Them old points were pretty crispy. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. It's in my hand, Debbie.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay. So I changed them. I've got hot water up here. And here's my cranking wire. Oh!
I missed it.
I shot myself.
Oh, I see sparks everywhere.
Yeah. That big spark.
Yep.
Go, God, spark.
I seeded it.
Okay. Put the rotary back on.
Yep.
Get the distributor cap on if I find the right spot to put it on. Better turn the light back on. I ain't wearing my glasses today. I figured out that I can see just as poorly with my glasses as I can with them off.
Yeah,
so
he can.
Ain't even bothering to wear them. That way I don't have to worry about having dirty glasses on. That didn't line up.
Are you sure?
Them things happen.
Not to you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
It happened when I was younger. I just didn't pay no mind to it.
he dropped his first screw to his
Putting them points on, I dropped 2 screws and had to go over another truck and steal one off the points off of it. I have got lots of these 66 Chevrolet trucks or 6-cylinder Chevrolet engines anyway.
Without the screws for their points? Is that what you're telling me?
What?
Without the screw for their points?
Yeah, I drop stuff all the time. So what I'm going to do, I got these plugs.
Uh-huh.
They say in Bosch.
Uh-huh.
Super. So maybe they'll be super.
Super what?
I don't know, just super.
Cool beans. Or should I say?
Out of the way, little Debbie.
Or should I say groovy? Groovy, groovy.
I got 6 brand new spark plugs.
It's not a bad day out today. You can see Randy's in his shirt sleeves.
Old plugs in that can. I'm turning one of them old guys puts all old parts back in the box or whatever. And puts
Yeah,
them in the seat.
I know. And you gripe about my Walmart bags.
Yeah. A couple of these I can get with a speedy wrench.
Ooh. Is that your fingers?
Right here.
I
Crack
know.
handle.
I know, I was teasing.
I'll tighten them directly.
You don't need to tighten them. It's fun to see them shoot out at people.
Yeah, we've had spark plugs go out when going down the road.
I know. I know.
It's happened.
Yep.
In the past.
We've had hoods that have flew off and went behind us.
One time she was driving an old car, 64 Ford with 289, and it sounded like a spark plug blew out, and the head gasket blew out between the block and the cylinder head. It was blowing exhaust out, chirping.
Yeah, it sounded bad.
It's a clean little old car, but their old engine wasn't no good. Only had 24,000 miles on the engine and transmission, both shot.
Yep.
The old car didn't have a dent or a scratch in it. It was a baby blue 4-door.
That's because it was never
64 Ford Galaxy.
It was never drove long enough to get any wear and tear on it.
Yeah, she drove it. She lived in Greenbrier, Arkansas. She drove it from her house to the post office and to the little store.
Not me, the lady that owned it.
Yeah, the person we got it from. And it had 24,000 miles on it. And she'd got too old to drive and quit driving it. And it was just sitting there under the carport. And of course, as soon as we started driving it, all the seat upholstery went all the crap. It just, the threads was rotting and all that. She wasn't one of them that had them plastic covers on it, like a lot of them do. Okay, we've got ignition, new plugs, new points, spark, good hot battery. I'm gonna take this cable off for a moment.
Okay.
Now, for the known good carburetor.
He's got his tea, his sustenance.
There's already a good gasket on there.
I see it. Pre-oiled.
Bolts and the nuts are there.
Yep, pre-oiled unless you decide to lose the
Here's a
nuts.
lock washer.
Yep.
There's a gasket right there.
Yeah, I see it.
I done oiled it up
I see
this
that.
morning. This hose right there, that goes to the vacuum advance.
Mm-hmm.
This hose here would have went to the power brake booster if it'd been on a truck that had power brakes.
I like that.
What?
Hose-o-matic thing you got on the end.
Oh, that's just...
I'm messing with you.
Gasket's got a line or something. We'll start.
You know, I ain't gonna say what's got out of line because it's too close to Christmas.
Too close to Christmas.
Yeah, that's why I'm not gonna say nothing about why it's
You
out of
think
line.
Sandy Claus is
He may be watching me, yeah.
paying attention to what Devil's doing?
Yeah, so I gotta be a good girl. Now you, on the other hand,
It don't make no difference.
if he sent you some coal, you'd use it in the stove.
Well, yeah, I'd say, oh boy, a chunk of coal. I could use that. Just what I need to get the fire going on a cold morning. Would disappoint me?
I know it
No.
wouldn't.
I've brought coal in put in the stove before. Not very often.
Yeah, that was the couple of times we were warm, wasn't it?
No. I was driving a truck and go up to Illinois, and every once in a while I'd find a place where somebody lost some coal or something. I'd pick up a little of it. Handful. Bigger something. Why that boat don't want to start? I took it out of there a while ago.
Because it don't want to.
Find me something to put down in my socket where I can shove down on it and get some pressure on it.
That's funny.
Now I got it where I can give it some pressure. Just not wanting to start.
Maybe it doesn't like
Thread
going
burger or
on.
something.
Yeah, it doesn't want to
There
go
it goes.
on this truck.
There it goes. Got it. I don't know why I didn't want to start earlier. Going easy now. Got another block washer and the nut on the other side's a pine thread. You got to move off to the side, Debbie. I can reach over right there in that hole. Take that off. I just put that on there to keep water and stuff from going down in that hose.
Yes. I'd say dirt daubers, but it's not that time of year no more.
Yeah, dirt dauber would get in there too. As you say, they'd stop your nose if they got the chance.
Yes, they would.
See if there's a place I can hook that back in advance up.
Well,
Yeah, what about that a little bit?
yeah, worry about it when you come to it. Wow, you're already done? Oh,
Need these right here.
I thought, man, that was fast. So I knew better. Whoa.
There we are.
All righty.
Now we got carburation. I'm gonna hook up that vacuum advance hose.
Carburation.
Right there's where it goes.
Carburation.
It was plugged.
It was like, well,
Okay, there was a
dadgummit.
black deal right here. Now I'm looking for some gas can. It's under your feet.
Oh, sorry.
Under your feet, honey.
Oh, sorry. I knew
What I've got here.
I knew I seen it somewhere.
What I've got in this little can is 16-to-1 chainsaw gas.
Uh-huh.
Got some oil in it. I ain't
Uh-huh.
gonna start that thing up dry. I want some oil in there on top of that engine. I don't care if it smokes when I first started.
Wow.
If it smokes like my chainsaw does, well, that's good.
Use it to go cut firewood.
What I'm gonna do,
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna put it right in the end of this hose.
Yes, sir.
And that'll fill that carburetor. And I'll give it a little drink too. But mainly in the end of that hose.
Uh-huh.
And
You want me to get the matches or the
no,
cigarette
I'm gonna
lighter?
prop it up or something.
Oh.
That is auto gravity feed.
Okay, auto gravity
And I
feed.
think we're ready to try and see if this thing will bust off and run.
Jeepers.
The fan ain't gonna turn and chop us up.
Well,
Because
thank
there's no
goodness.
fan belt on it.
Well, that's wonderful.
No, I ain't got nothing.
Oh, sorry. That is awful. Oh, the switch.
How you like that?
It's
Almost idle.
pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Almost idle. And
Pretty
it will idle if I do something.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to take this screwdriver.
Yeah.
Screw up the idle screw just a
Screw
hair.
up the idle screw.
Actually, I ain't got an idle screw. It's got a deal on the side that's a solenoid that shuts down,
Oh,
opens up.
okay. You want me to get in there and pump the gas? Yay! Oops, you only had 2 starts in it.
No, I don't think the carburetor's taking gas for some reason. We may have to do something there. It's not getting gas through the carburetor.
Wow, but it will run.
It will run.
Wow.
But it should be getting gas.
And it didn't smoke. Wow.
Do the old.
That's what I
Beat on
always...
the carburetor or something.
Yes, I've
Some
seen
it
you...
won't work because my hammer ain't big enough. You know, a ratchet ain't a big enough hammer.
yeah, I know.
But it seems like
that-
all it's
that-
running on is the fill that we're getting in the
Yes.
carburetor.
Yes.
A little bit we're spraying in there.
Whoa. Boy, he's a milk in it.
I'll give it a little pressure.
Yeah, I see you are. Yay! You watch it. Uh-oh, you got too excited.
Yeah, well, the battery is not up as good as it ought to be.
Uh-oh, you're
But
back.
that's a good enough start.
Yep, that's a good start. It started. You did what you planned to do, sir.
Well, if you'll crawl around the other side and sit in that comfortable seat, I'll tell you a story.
Oh, shoot the dog. Whoa, look at all these treasures from the past.
Close the hood. We'll see where we're going.
Where are we going, darling? Jesus.
We're going well, right? the hood.
Oh, jeez. Where are we going? I may not get in here. Tell me where we're going.
We're going nowhere fast.
Oh, okay. Hey, your seat's just a little wobbly.
It's got a pretty good steering wheel in it. Horn emblem.
Yes, wow.
Anyway.
Yes, tell your story.
Some of them made in the comments on that where I took Debbie for riding a 55 about her being scared.
I wasn't
She
scared.
wasn't scared that day.
It was cool.
But one day she did get scared when I was driving.
Oh,
Way
yep,
back in
I remember.
1992, I was driving for this old boy, and he had a little construction outfit. And to help make money, he'd have me take his old truck and trailer and move other people's stuff around. And he plowed telephone cable and stuff like that. And he knew all them guys that did that. And this guy had a telephone cable plow job over the other side of Mountain Home, Arkansas, over at Harrison.
Yeah.
And he had two old pickup trucks over there. He said two pickup trucks that wouldn't run or something. And he wanted them hauled back to Pocahontas. Hauled into their shop. I wound up putting an engine in one of them. Anyway, so they sent me over there to this old GMC cab over truck. I call it a fishbowl. Had them big windshields in it. You can see everything goes on in there. And Debbie went with me because one of them trucks was blowed up. And I know I was going to need somebody to steer it. And they said there's a backhoe where you can use load them with. So I went on over there, and it's in a movie theater where they was using old defunct movie theater. They didn't have drive-in there no more. And I get up there, and it's a little S10 Chevrolet 4-cylinder, 4-wheel drive, blowed-up engine. It's a 1-ton with a utility bed on it and all our crap on it, and it barely runs. So I get Debbie in that little S10, and I get behind it with the backhoe, and I push it around. I get it up on that low boy. And I ain't going to have enough room for this other truck to really get up there as good as it ought to be. So I got a chain on it, got that back bumper, and I raised that front bumper up, and I put it way up on the gooseneck. Mm-hmm. Put it up there, balanced it up there, and chained it down.
Yeah.
Tried to back that 1-ton truck on there, and it didn't have enough power to do crap. Automatic, it just wasn't going to do it. So I got that backhoe and got the front bumper, and Debbie got in. We got it way on up there, far enough on there, it was going to be good, and we chained everything down. Here come the law. Well, the name on the door of that semi-truck wasn't the name on the doors of them two pickups I was getting, and they was going on, and it was before the days of cell phones and all that. They called that old boy that owned that company and this, that, and the other, and they come back over there, and they said, that guy, yeah, you're fine. But that guy said for you to take that backhoe and load that backhoe up and haul that backhoe to Greenbrier, Arkansas. Well, I got a little short little boy trailer, and I done ain't got enough room on there. So we fooled around there, and we had that truck backed on there. And I run that backhoe up on that trailer and raised the bucket up above the hood. And put the safety on it where the bucket will stay up in the air. And I get up on that trailer, and the back tires is only about 2/3 of the way on the beaver tail. And I got that pickup way out there on the gooseneck. So I put the ramps up, and I chained it up, and I got it on there, and it's hanging off the back, all the bucket and boom and everything's hanging out behind me and all that. I get ready to go, and I get in that truck, and the airs went down. One of them air valves on the dash had commenced leaking, and it wasn't putting out enough air, and it'd run out of air. And that just happened. So I hold that air valve down with my hand, hold the thing flat on the floor, and finally build up enough air to get the brakes to release. You got 60 pounds before your brakes release. We're taking off, and we're going down through there. There's set scales up there, Belafonte.
Sorry, people.
I'd crossed them empty that morning. They really give me the gawk eye, but they was pretty busy. I said, I can't go by scales. This backhoe hanging over the back and air leak under the dash. There's no way I go by them scales. So I stop, I get the map out, I get to looking. Highway 7 goes to Dog Patch, the cartoon place, you know. Go down through Dog Patch and Ben Hur and Hasty and Snowball and all that. It runs back around the 65 highway, and you go down 65 to Greenbrier. So we take off down that Highway 7 and leave that 7 for another road, and it's Highway 7 wasn't too good. And this other one, on the passenger side there, Debbie could look down and she seen about a foot of rock at the edge of the pavement, and it was straight down cliff.
Oh my God, it was scary.
She didn't like that.
Nope.
One little bit.
Nope.
This old truck had a 290 Cummins in it. And somebody took 13 speed out and put a 10 speed in there, and it had 342 rear gears and 24.5 big old Yokohama tires on the back. Wasn't low gear at all. You had to gig up in first gear and rev it up and take off.
It was awful.
Wasn't a low boy truck.
It was awful.
And we're going up this steep mountain. I don't know which one it is, but one of them mountains over there.
They were all steep.
And Debbie's over there riding, and little Zach was a baby. He's in the sleeper back there. And we're going up this hill, and I'm already down the first gear, and it starts smothering down. And I look over, and the barometer's coming up. The old 290 Cummins don't have an aftercooler. And the barometer's coming up, and it's losing power, and it's fixing to stall out. And Debbie, she's real excited. And she said, Randall, what are you going to do? I said, jump over here. Get over here right behind me. I'm fixing to open the door. You jump down this seat. I'm going to throw it neutral, and you jump down this seat, and you hold the brakes, and I'm going to get on the back there and undo that backhoe and push you on over this mountain. So she crawls up in the sleeper, and we get all ready, and I get the door open because I'm fixing to bail out. And
he didn't realize I was fixing to bail, too.
well, she had Zach back there. She wasn't leaving.
No, I was going to grab Zach and bail.
Anyway, but I figured if I get neutral and she'd hold it flat on the floor and hold the brake, she'd have enough air to hold, and I could go along the side of that truck and get on the gooseneck and go to the back and undo that and unload that backhoe and push her over the top. That's the only thing and I wasn't much wanting to do this. I mean, this is one of them deals that you can taste all your breakfast and lunch coming up, and it's one of them deals where everything is going to have to go perfect to work.
Yeah, it was
bad. I suppose
the good Lord
and our guardian angels was looking out for us that day, because just all of a sudden that old truck started pulling.
Yep.
I mean, I was fixing to leave the seat.
I was fixing to too.
Anyway, and it started pulling.
Yep.
It started gaining speed, and the barometer went down. It just went over that hill like it was a 475 Caterpillar with a 15 speed. I mean, it just flew over top that mountain. And the grade never got any less. It got worse.
It was awful.
And, of course, with that air leak, we went down every hill. First gear, and them old log trucks would come around behind us and fly around us.
Oh, my God. They scared me
Some of them sticking their hand out the window giving us that one-finger salute for going to slow down the mountain.
And I told you we should have had a
parachute.
A strap where we could have caught them when they went by and had them pull us, but it'd have been going so fast.
Anyway, we run on down there.
Trust me, I never want to go that road ever again. Not even in a car.
We finally worked around there and got out on 65 highway. And getting late in the day. It's a long summer day, but it was dark by the time we got 65 highway.
I didn't like it.
And we take off and we go down to Greenbrier, Arkansas down there, and we make it down there to where the Bell Telephone headquarters deals is, and this backhoe is supposed to be unloaded there. When I get it unloaded, there's a guy from Bell shows up. He said, there's something wrong with that backhoe that's already here. They said for you to load that up and take it with you back to Pocahontas. So do the same thing again. And I'm thinking, now I don't want to go down through Conway and get out on 40 and go back up. Mm-hmm. So I'm already at Greenbrier, so I backtrack a little bit and I come across there and go through.
No, we didn't go through Jasper again.
No, I went through Enola. Enola and come out up there on 64 to a place called 8 Mile Store.
Yeah.
Which we know that road pretty good
Yeah.
because her mom and dad lived in that area.
Yeah.
We'd been down there. We knew we wasn't lost down there.
Nope.
And we come back in and everything. And I get around up pretty close to Hoxie, Arkansas, and a back tire blows out on that little boy trailer. Inside dual on the back on the passenger side. Very back axle. It's flapping around there a little bit, and I get out and I look at it, and I'm tired and it's late. And you ain't supposed to run with a flat. I'm looking at that tire. I'm only about 8 miles from their lot, where my pickup's at. So
What'd you
I'm
do?
give out too. So I just said I'm gonna run on a run flat. So I drove on that run flat. By the time I got up to their shop, the only thing was left on that rim was the 2 sidewalls of the tire. All the tread and all the tube and liner and all that was out of that tire on the back of that little boy.
Uh-huh.
So we go home and we're dead tired. And we get in. We get our 2 oldest boys off to school the next morning.
No, I do.
Debbie did.
You
I was
sleep.
sleeping. 10 o'clock, phone rang. Rang. I don't answer that phone. Directly, I get up and it rings again. I finally answer. Got on that truck. And I'd left it loaded. He said, are you going to come in today? And I said, well, you know, I run about 20 hours yesterday. He said, well, you need to come in and get that stuff unloaded and everything. Them equipment guys down the road from the equipment company got a tractor or 2 they want to haul today and blah, blah, blah. And he said, you're the only one that knows how to get that off of that trailer the way you got it put on there. Everybody else is scared to mess with it. So here I have to get up. Debbie fixes me a lunch real quick, and I eat something, what it was, she give me a toast or something on the way to town.
I don't
have to go
remember
down there and unload that truck and fix that tire and go down there. And they want me to move this big farm tractor, and it's got dual wheels on the back, and it's over with, and got to get a permit and all that stuff. And I made it out there and moved that tractor, and they had another one they wanted me to move, and I was thinking, no. I'm closer to the house than I'm their shop. I just drove their little boy truck to my house and parked it, left my pickup down there, went in there and went to bed. But that's the way, I don't know, you work for people, and they got good intentions and everything. And it seems like the longer you work for them, the worse they do you. I don't know, they get to. If you get along and you try hard and everything, they just put more on you, but they don't give you any more money, is the bad part about it. But, you know, that was a good old boy. I liked him. We never did, I don't think me and him had but 1 or 2 arguments the whole time I worked for him. And when I quit working for him, and the reason I quit working for him was he run out of money, and he didn't have enough money to license and insure the low boy. So that was into that job. I liked the job pretty good most time. You know, he just let me do what I wanted. But anyway, that's the story where Debbie got scared, and I think I think Randy was scared a little bit too. But you know,
and as
you know,
our little son Zach, he thought
I
it was
don't try to
cool.
be over religious or nothing like that, or tout religion or anything. But you know, there's different times. You know, if you're paying attention, you've got divine help. It happens from time to time, you know, and I'm thankful for it. And what I thought I might do, just to aggravate Debbie, I think I'll buy some insurance and put some license on this truck and drive.
You do that, and you'll have another knot on your head, Mr. Trolley. You'll be living under the bridge.
Actually, what I was thinking.
You're going to live under the bridge?
No. That
You're going to go willingly?
That engine's pretty good.
Yes, that engine's pretty good.
The transmission's good.
How do you know the transmission's good? I didn't see you.
I drove it to here and backed it in here.
But how long ago was that? It was a long time ago.
We unhooked it from wrecker, but I think I pulled it, backed it up there, and I'd pulled it and moved it around a little bit. I don't know about second, third. It don't matter. I got more transmission.
All you need is one gear.
If that ain't good, I've got more transmission, but it seems to shift pretty good.
If
But
you get all
anyway,
them dirt daubers
and I
out
get
of
the
it.
ignition switch out of here
Uh-huh.
because I got the key.
Yes, get the key out.
And I was thinking that green 67 we got that won't sell for $1,000.
Uh-huh.
I can go ahead and put this engine,
oh
the
my
transmission,
gosh.
and
Oh my
drive
gosh.
shaft in it. Take that master cylinder off of it and put
Uh-huh.
on that truck there. This truck's got brakes.
Will you put me another cab on the back and make it a 4-door?
No,
That way I was just
going.
me and the girls.
I was just going.
You won't fix my Pontiac up.
No, I ain't gonna
Nino.
fix no Pontiac.
Well, then fix me a 4-door pickup truck so me and the girls can go out running around.
Now, I know there's a 60 Pontiac 2-door hardtop. If that guy'd come down on the price, about $500, I'd buy it.
Well,
I might fix that.
No, that was last week. I'm undoing new
It's a
things.
stick shift car, too.
Listen here.
Well,
The only thing you do in a stick shift is you hot rod it. Do you really need me to have lots of tickets?
You know, Debbie drove one of these trucks like this for a David driver one time.
Oh my gosh.
She quit driving that 66 of her daddy's because it used so much gas.
Oh, got it.
6 gears, 3/4 ton.
Used a lot of gas.
And I had another little truck that was a 65, 6-cylinder, 3-speed on the tree, long wheelbase.
Uncle Daniel?
Yeah, and it was one owner truck.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, we was the second owners of it. Our family was. And different family members that drove it. My oldest son drove it. But Debbie went to driving that back and forth to Walmart every day.
Uh-huh, I did.
And it had 370 rear gears in it, and I had big tires on the back, and it was long-legged. It wasn't all wound up. And she could drive that thing 60, 70 mile an hour, and it didn't use a lot of gas. It had a good little 6-cylinder engine in it, and I'd put electronic ignition distributor in it, and a later model carburetor on it. And it run good, and she drove it back and forth. It was her daily driver.
It preferred to run about 50 miles an hour. You got the wrong truck, mister.
But anyway, she drove that for a daily driver for a long time, and she
I'd get it hung up in 2 gears and have to go across the Black River Bridge and pull in that brown shoe and get out and untangle my
open the hood.
Yeah, and get my gears untangled.
The column was wore out on it. It wasn't in good position.
Yeah.
But anyway, she drove that, and she saved up her money and all that. And we went up there to West Plains, Missouri, and they was having a bank repo auction, and I bought it. She paid for it, but I bid and bought it. A 1993 GMC.
Uh-huh.
Dark blue, good-looking body, V6 automatic with overdrive and air and power, and nice little old truck, $1,500.
And
at that time,
named her Indy.
That truck was about $3,500 anywhere. But a lot of them vehicles was repos and wasn't no good. You had to be real careful and check them out. And I went through and checked a whole bunch of them out that looked like they'd be something you'd want, but they wasn't. There was something wrong with them. You'd look insulation up under the hood. It'd have water and rust up there where the radiator spewed over, had been overheated and got up there. You'd look underneath them and this and that, and you'd see stuff wrong with them. But that was a good truck. We still got it over. The radiator clogged up on it, and I tore the engine down. Couldn't find nothing wrong with the engine, and I didn't realize that
you
little radiator
overheated
clogged
it.
up. What?
You overheated in my truck.
Well, I just driving along with overheated.
I know. You overheated Indy. And I asked you if you fixed the overheating problem, and you said, yes, you did, but you did not.
I flushed it and did everything else, and I tore that motor down, pulled the heads off, couldn't find a thing wrong with it. And finally, I found out that them aluminum radiators, after a certain amount of time, they just clog up.
Uh-huh.
They go bad. I could have bought a $75 new radiator for it.
Yeah, you should have. You should have fixed
we wound
my
up
truck.
junking it. I think the doors is on that truck.
No, he wound up junking it. I wanted to keep driving Indy.
I know. Blue Indy, she called it.
Yeah.
But anyway, you know what's fun about driving a truck like this?
What's fun?
When you go down the road, the water and dirt and everything on the road comes up through these holes in the floorboard and gets all over. You get out and you got mud and crap all over the side of you.
Yes, I have drove these trucks and get to where I'm going, and my driver's side body parts would be covered in mud. And,
right, yeah.
And I wanted to
remember that?
strangle you.
But No, I'm not going to license.
Okay, I know
driving.
he isn't going to
I
because.
just, but
because
I
you see this right here. See that this is going to go up his snoot.
there's a real good possibility that this engine and transmission is going to wind up in that green 67.
Yes, and
now that's
is
a good possibility.
That is a
I
good
would drive that
possibility.
67.
I
like.
That is a
The 60, 66 is
possibility.
nice, but I like a 67 to 72 better. It's just what I prefer. I started out in a 64. Debbie likes the 60 to 66 better.
No, I like 66 Chevrolet pickup trucks.
But just 66, the serial number's right there.
I actually like 69 Camaros, but I don't get to have one of them either.
But I paid $110 for this at auction, not knowing a thing about it.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to get out. I want to show something.
Oh, he's going to.
The reason I bought it.
Uh-oh.
Main reason.
I'm scared now. I guess it wasn't for the beautiful atmosphere inside the car. I mean, the pickup truck. Sorry about that.
You'll come back here.
I'm coming. It's just, it doesn't have swivel seats yet. Beautiful pickup truck. Beautiful. This looks like the tire that might have been on it before. Okay, show me what's got your... Oh my gosh.
This back bumper is a factory Chevrolet bumper.
Yes.
It's not one I'm dealing on. See, it's still got the metal deals there, the mud guards.
Yes.
On both sides. And somebody has added this and tweaked it.
Yes.
But I'm going to take that and put that to press and straighten that out, clean that bumper up and paint it, and I'm going to put this on the back of your 66 Chevrolet pickup.
Can you scooch over? I'm trying to get all of it. Now, did I tell you I want this on the back of my 66 Chevrolet
I thought you
pickup?
might.
I
See,
want
it's got the
my daddy's
original
truck
screw.
to be all original.
Well, that's what it the kind it originally had. When I met you, it had that kind of bumper.
Really? Oh, shoot the dog. I don't
Yep.
remember.
When
I was
it was
too
new,
little.
it had a bumper like that.
I'll have to go look through the
So
picture.
I seen that and I said, I'll buy that old truck.
Wow.
Yeah. Actually, I didn't even bid on it. Well, I didn't bid on it. A friend of mine was bidding on it, so I let him buy it.
Okay.
And then I give him $20 more than he paid for it. He paid $90 and I give him $110. It was cheaper to buy it that way.
What about this bumper in the back?
Oh, they're just tires.
I said bumper. Bumper.
That's off of S10 Chevrolet.
Oh, was it that one that we were hauling on that back of the little boy?
No.
It got scared and lost its bumper. Oh my, that didn't close very good. I think it needs a little
You think
work.
we put it on Facebook for $1,000 to sell it, Debbie?
Maybe 100, but I don't. No,
Well,
I don't think you
goodbye
could.
and good luck, y'all. I need to pick up all my tools and paraphernalia because it's going to rain.
Yes, he says it's going to rain. Well, thank y'all, and please like and subscribe. Bye!